But yeah, thank you for the meal, and thank you for the drugs.
Anytime I can help the cause.
No, I'm not gonna pretend that caffeine's not a drug.
It is, man.
I know lots of people who look down on marijuana while sipping on their cup of coffee, and I'm like,
Ain't that a bitch?
it's even worse if they're just sipping on both a cup of coffee. If they make an Irish coffee and they're looking down on marijuana, and I'm like, you got two drugs right there.
I could really go for a Smith and Wesson or a nice good blowjob right now. That'd be good.
Isn't a blowjob like what's that goose liquor called?
It's called, you use Kahlua and cream, whipped cream. That's a blowjob. And then Smith and Wesson is Kahlua, Irish cream, Coke, and liquid cream, like half and half. It's a really rich drink, but it tastes really good. Eat those about three liqueurs. But you know, you drink two or three of those, can have the same effect of drinking straight Jägermeister. If you ever did a few shots of that before,
Yeah.
it's only like I think it's like 60% proof. But you know, you drink a pint of it, so you fucked up. Especially if you use beer to chase it or whatever. I wasn't a real big Jägermeister drinker, but I knew some people that were. They swore by it.
You know,
Let's get some Jaeger. No, I don't want that
I
shit.
really think this game should like they have this monster. It's a fluffy fox thing that hunts the sheep, and when you put it in the farm, you can shear it for its wool, but you can't do that with the sheep. And I'm like, why don't they have that ability on the sheep instead
Can
of
they make the sheep grow bigger? Can
uh
they grow bigger or you just stay the same size?
well, if they're lucky, they're bigger, but like
But
you
they're
you
still docile.
yeah, you can kill the sheep for their wool, but you can't put them in the farm and they'll just drop wool like this fox creature does.
Yeah. You would think the Japanese, since they had Pokemon,
Yeah.
that game would have mutants.
They do have mutants.
You want to see this? Okay.
Oh
Is
shit.
there another world that you're going to venture to where fucking animals can be whatever you want them to be?
Um, sorry, repeat that.
Is there going to be another world that you're going to venture to where the animals will not just, they're going to mutant or they're going to evolve into some
Oh
type of.
no, no, you breed mutants instead of evolving them.
Uh,
Like their evolution works a lot more like how evolution actually works.
okay.
Like you're I just got done breeding a nocturnal incineram, and you got to breed an incineram with a Maraith to get a nocturnal incineram. And
But does that make it larger?
no, it makes it more powerful though.
Magical?
Yeah, it loses its vulnerability to water, and it keeps all the same type of attacks, and it's physically stronger and more defensive. It's like an evolved version of the. It's like if in Pokemon if you evolved a Pokemon, but like they you get to that stage, like you get to keep the original one. The original one doesn't change. It doesn't metamorphosize. It's just its offspring is a more evolved version of it, like how real evolution works. But my favorite starting pal or monster or whatever you want to call it is this. They made Egyptian Mao based off of the mythology of Egyptian Mao, like the Egyptian mythology, instead of the actual cat. And like it's this magical dark creature that like I forget what it says about it in the little Pokedex thing they have.
See, I don't know. You know, we got thousands of Pokemon characters, and
Yeah,
when it came out,
they only have about 100 different pals.
he got into it a little bit, but I you know I was growing. I didn't have time for that. I was getting high and shit.
No, like so,
So I don't know. I don't even really know the premise of the game no more than I know that the characters. Some of them have mutant abilities. Some of them have special powers. The little yellow thing, whatever the fuck he's called, he bounces around and do shit. I don't know. But he's powerful too, right? The little yellow guy. You know what I'm talking about?
which one?
The little yellow guy.
Oh, Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu. He's got magical powers, right?
Yeah, he's an electric mouse. Like Pika is the Japanese sound effect for electricity, and Chew is the Japanese sound effects for a mouse squeak. So
But what does he do though? I mean, what's his deal?
he has electrical pouches in his cheek, and he charges those up to deal shock people with electricity.
Is he considered a good character, or he could be either way?
I mean, Pokemon likes to argue that there's no such thing as evil Pokemon, just evil people.
That's Japanese bullshit right there.
Oh, it's not Japanese bullshit right there, because in this game, like I was talking about, my favorite so far of them is called the Incineram, and the Incineram Knocked. Like, they very much are evil pals, and this is a Japanese game. The Incineram likes to go to human encampments and then like kidnap and drag off the humans to their lair to have them all feasted upon by the other Incinerams. And the Incineram Nox takes it even further, being the edgier version of the already edgy animal, and they specifically target babies.
Okay, so they figure either human is just procreation, or we got to do this for survival.
No, they do it because it's fun for them. They like the taste of human flesh more than pal flesh.
Come on now, that's bullshit though. Why you gotta eat a human and not eat your own? Be fucking cannibal, you know, if they came down to that.
Well, I mean, because they're evil. They like this doesn't like.
But think about what you just told me. They say there is no evil, there's only evil
No,
people.
that's in Pokemon.
Oh,
In this, there is evil monsters.
oh, okay,
Like I was saying,
okay.
the Incineram is an evil pal. It's very much is evil. It's a fire dark type, and it likes to kidnap people and drag them back to their caves, and then like dance around the fire while they're roasting human flesh. While the Incineram Noct likes to kidnap babies of both humans and pals. They specifically target babies, and then they don't use the fire and the dancing. They just like eat babies all day long. They take them back to their lair and eat babies.
And then we wonder why society all fucked up.
Well, this is that they weren't specifically designed by the creators of the theme park. They were created after the post-apocalyptic stage.
That's kind of crazy.
Your hands are all greasy.
No, I like that. My gloves on. Not only for protection of trying to keep calluses down, but it's cold out here too.
Like this is the reason why I say it's post-apocalyptic is because
Lord, out of all the years that the Lord has spoken to you, you've been a foreteller of what was to come. You've known a lot of men and you've known a lot of women. He said, out of your history, how many men have you been able to trust? He's like 1,000.
oh really?
No, I'm just saying, listen, he's making a point. And then he said, how many women have you been able to trust?
See me, it's like
No, it ain't. No, men are only geared for one thing. Once you understand what that thing is, there ain't no play. You already know what they're after. Women,
well, yeah. That being said, But all my problems with women are derived from the jealousy of men. Like me and you, we're not going after the same women, so we're not gonna have any
We won't have no
problems.
conflicts.
Yeah, but like,
But we still know our makeup.
yeah.
We want the same thing. Women, you don't know why they're doing what they do. And that's the problem between us as two different entities, right? And so what happens is they'll tell you one thing, do the other. They'll tell you this and mean this, and you got to figure it out. See, in the story of the Garden of Eden, people read that all fucking wrong. Okay? So here's what happened. They call it an apple. It wasn't an apple. It was a fruit.
Well, I know I hear that argument a lot from people who don't want to admit it was the apple of discord. Lots of people call.
I don't care about that.
No, go on with your story.
Okay, so here's the thing. The serpent spoke to Eve, right? What the story don't really go on to tell you, well, it does tell you. If I remember correctly, we can read Genesis right now. God had already talked to Adam.
Yeah, but he didn't talk to Eve.
He didn't talk to Eve. So that's how the serpent was able to beguile her mind. Okay? So.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, the snake didn't lie. God didn't want us to have that. He wanted us to be immortal without us having knowledge. He wanted us to be like animals.
Listen, Charlie. I ain't talking about immortality. I ain't talking none of that.
No.
God had already talked to Adam and said, look, the serpent's going to come to you and he's going to tell you something that I didn't tell you to do. So what Adam did, now this is where people talk about free will and choice. Now, I believe in free will as predestinated free will because it had to be predestined because otherwise we wouldn't be here. And what I mean by that, God had already put all this stuff into place for it to happen exactly the way it had to happen, okay? And so what happened, Adam disobeyed God straight to his face. It was like God told me if I'm going to listen to my wife. And he went on and ate the fruit.
God didn't exactly tell a lie.
He wanted to. No, he didn't tell him. I'm not saying God lied. He didn't. He told Adam told God, you're lying to me because he disobeyed him. And God had already told him the serpent is going to come to you and say, I said do this, and I never did. I don't want you to eat the fruit. Why would I put two flaming swords around that bush so you wouldn't eat it? But your wife went and got it, bought it to you, you still ate it after I told you not to. Why? You didn't have an answer for it. So, who was deceived? Was it man or was it Eve?
I mean,
Can't say both.
well, because Eve wasn't told.
She wasn't told. She was stupid.
Yeah, she was ignorant, I guess.
Adam was disobedient. And that's how come we fail as men. That's how come we're all fucked up. And they got the power. They got the power.
From my interpretation of Genesis, God wanted us to eat the fruit of life. He just didn't want us to be as intelligent as him. And the fruit of knowledge is supposed to make us as intelligent as him. And so he withheld the fruit of life because we ate the fruit of knowledge.
The fruit of life is eternity. And Jesus holds that. And we can't get that until the last day. And so, when I understood, and I went through the scriptures, and
I always figured it was a euphemism for evolution, because it was saying that the fruit of life was us no longer being animals.
Yeah, no.
Not fruit of life, but fruit of knowledge.
Look at the